Hello, welcome back dear viewers. Today we're going to return to Death Knight with the help or inclusion of the Clumsy Steward that makes any card drawn temporary, which means that if the opponent or ourselves do not play the card at the same turn it was drawn, it's going to be discarded, which could prove devastating. So let's see how this deck fares. We are running Prince Renathal, which is temporarily available in the standard until the next expansion releases, and also I'm trying to run some excavate cards over there, here and there. And what else? Well, there are many ways in the Death Knight class to have very large cards with a greatly reduced cost, such as Reska, for instance. We can have a no mana cost Reska later in the game. So I think I'm going to keep this hand. By having cards with reduced cost, we kind of play around the downside of the Clumsy Steward, which is that we also suffer from the effect. And well, there are many ways to do this, so I'm just trying here, seeing if this kind of pays out or not. It's not that easy to achieve this, but I think it's going to prove fun at the very least. Let's hope we get something fun out of the game. Scarab keychain. Another way to go about this is to include readily all the cheapest cards in your deck, but I figure that by doing so we don't press the opponent hard enough. Let's pile of bones here. The opponent might remove these two pretty easily as a Warlock, but he is also running Prince Renathal. This means that the quality of the cards may be diluted for the opponent. We are packing a lot of draw effects ourselves because our deck is too large, and we want to be able to draw as very fast. Of course, we have to be mindful about the Clumsy Steward damaging us. Right, the opponent reducing the cost of Reska already. I'm gonna, with this hand, maybe check out the Cobalt Miner. Gives me a 1-cost treasure, which happens to be Escaping Throg. I have 9 cards in hand, so I think so far I'm going to just punch the opponent, to mostly to have corpses in the store. So we want to spend corpses at some point in the game, so we reduce the cost of our Stitch Giant. Another way to go about this will be to shuffling plagues into the opponent's deck, which also a viable way to play, I suppose. The opponent with the auto amplifier, that's interesting. I'm going to proceed with the Escaping Throg and take down this, just because it damages the opponent during our turn, which could be important in the future. If I do play my Skeleton Crew, I get to make the pile of bone reappear, but I think I want to wait for that. Let's play the Flamed Firearm, I guess. Let's see, we get a quick draw card out of this. It's a Pocket Sand. We can punch the opponent and rehydrate. We cannot cast this. Might become handy later during the game to heal up back, but so far the opponent is not applying pressure, so I'm not too concerned about not being able to rehydrate. And I also do have another flint in my hand, mostly because I think I might be able to get the Rogue Excavate Legendary. That's the reason I'm running Flint. Might happen. We get a random quick draw card. The chances are not too high, but there are not zero, so that's why. And let's see if the opponent does something about this board. Could start drawing cards, but currently my hand is a bit busy. So maybe next turn it's about mining casualties and perhaps hero power.
Almost out of time.
Depending, of course, about what the opponent is doing. He has 10 cards up. We may see the Symphony, which is a powerful spell for Warlock that could take down our important cards from the deck without much effort. And the opponent decided to pass the turn with full mana. So here I'm going to Marine right up. That's a better play. We get going to pick up the draw, the Wondrous Wand. If I get a no-cost Servant, I'm going to be very happy.
I'm almost out of time.
The opponent seems to be having issues. Okay, plays a armor. Okay. Next. So I suppose the opponent may be going after the Wheel of Death or the snakes. Also excavating. There goes Trog versus Trog. That's sad when you see that happening. Trogs should never fight against each other. Okay, we get to maybe copy things. Let's mine casualties here. Punch this buddy and this Trog. Nice. Maybe I'm going to be needing hand space, so tempted to just drop the rehydrate. Let's do this.
Job done.
Just for the sake of having space in my hand. Not that I care too much about keeping the flint firearm alive. Actually, if it dies, kind of helps with Reska. The opponent, Jaraxxus is pretty strong, I granted, but now the opponent cannot draw cards, which could backfire. Let's suppose playing this is fine. Pile of bones, falling stalactite.
To battle! Take a load off.
I think I'm going to play this just to press the opponent to play something. Hopefully not a Sargeras, now that I think about. I do not want Sargeras to vanquish my pile of bones. So just should have activate the falling stalactite on this guy. The opponent may be able to burn 2 cards if he kills the recruit and the ghoul and the pile of bones, because I have the acolyte of death out. I have to be careful here. So we don't want to see a Sargeras. Okay, table flip, fine. Corpsicle. Hellfire, but we did not burn 2 cards, only 1. Please don't be a servant.
Armor, lightly used armor.
Don't you be a servant, guy. Okay.
Eager.
Not that I like that gone, but we can manage. Corpsicle. Corpsicle is going to return back. So we have to be careful about hand space now. 8 cards. Let's play Mosh and Wondrous Wand. Aha! Ahaha! Yes! Oh, sure. 9 cards up. What to do? Suppose I play this.
I'll find the answer.
Now I do want to find a death groan, because if I do so, I'm going to be very happy. Corpsicle. Maybe I want to just dump the Corpsicle now, but we'll figure out. I was a bit concerned about the opponent running Reno in such a deck, but we've seen 2 Elementium Geodes, so it's unlikely for the opponent to have a Reno. Also, by playing Jaraxxus, it's kind of pointless to have Jaraxxus and Reno in the same deck. He decides to leave the Crime Walker out, so that's kind of weird. Let's play Crop Rotation. So now we can trade all of these, but first I'm going to use my Soul Searching, hopefully land a nice one. Frozen Over, that's the one I want. Oh boy, look at... Oh, this is going to be looking amazing for the opponent. And also it's going to be pretty annoying for me as well. Let's play the Buster. I wanted to hold this one back. But what do you do? Steel Hide, Mole. I'm going to knock down my own guy. Just because I don't want to see a Sargeras eating up the pile of bones. Now the opponent's hand is pretty filled up, so we don't even really need the Clumsy Steward to mill the opponent's things, but still I want to see this Steward operating. The opponent is close to dying here. Now wait a minute. Freeze a minion and its neighbors. Okay. By this being elusive, I was guessing that the freezing wouldn't work, but it seems that it avoids. Oh no, look at this Insidious. Now maybe I do not want to use the Frozen Over. Oh, that's kind of rough. Well, what to do here, guys? It is not looking good. But the opponent has 9 cards there, so I think it's time to crack open this.
Sorry, boss.
I have to be worried about that my own cards are going to be temporary. We have the Stitch Giant. Rip what you saw. This should cost... Okay, that's what I wanted. Rip 2 here, and I think I'm going to go with the Frozen Over anyways. Scarab Keychain, and okay, Popgar is nice to see gone. Do I need to play this? No, I'm going to go with the Keychain Scarab and Silk Stitching, which might be interesting. I'm going to give this guy Reborn and punch the opponent for 3.
Job's done.
And see what happens.
Too many cards.
Now the good news is that by having a full hand, the opponent cannot play those cards and also cannot draw as many explosions. So maybe we don't lose to this Insidious. My hand has space for 1 card. And the opponent has to kill Clumsy Steward twice or play Sargeras, which Sargeras could be the out for the opponent. Other than that, this is going to be very tough for him. But if he does Sargeras, he is going to lose all the Incendios. I still have a lot of punch to go through. Time runs out. My Reska, how does it look?
A new planet to burn!
Oh, crop rotation. Excellent. Let's do this. Now, importantly is to do not kill Sargeras last, because therefore the opponent would be able to reanimate Sargeras. So let's do this, here, and here. And now what else? Let's use Corpsicle. The opponent is against the ropes now. Can he survive? There are the explosions still in the deck. Sadly, we didn't burn any of those, but we are sitting at a very large total life points. That's kind of funny. And this play, I have a deck that does exactly this. That's kind of hilarious. Okay, sadly for the opponent, I think I can take care of this thing that's happening here. First things first, let's play Reska. Give our Reska a little bit of reborn. And she has
Very dead or alive.
the poisonous. Hey, this is not the one I wanted.
Take a good look.
Let's
You ain't never
take
seen
one
me
of
dead or
those
alive.
minions from the opponent. And now I'm going to be... oh boy, that's kind of funny how this game is panning out. And another one of these. More corpsicles go about. And I think I'm going to leave this like this. Maybe reborn on this. Yeah, let's keep reborn to our powerful poisonous lady. The opponent is going. Thanks to the opponent now, I get infinitely many excavates. Well, not really infinite, but you know, a lot of them. There's a defile. And what else can the opponent do? There's a chance that Flint Firearm kills the opponent. I also have Corpsicle plus Hero Power 2. Plus, I was expecting the opponent to remove the board, but he couldn't. Golden Cobalt, Desperation, Desperate Measures, but now I have Lethal with the Rat. Oh, Death Growl. Too late for the party. Well, I'm going to just try the Flint first and see what happens with this. Hey! The one I wanted! Cool. But this is not the game for this guy. I'm sad. Kind of sad. Anyways, I couldn't win the way I wanted to win. My strategy was too slow.
You ain't never seen a light again.
Really, the kid. Quick draw. I could have gone like infinite excavations, maybe. All right, let's try one more time just to see. I don't expect to win 2 times in a row with this deck, but just want to use my steward to do something annoying. Let's see. Let's see if our opponent deserves the Clumsy Steward. It's a rogue.
Stay in the shadows.
I'm cold.
We do have the prince in hand. Not that I want the guy. Let's shuffle those 2 and keep the acolyte just to refill our hand later. We do got very expensive cards. On the bright side, we are not going to be drawing those as temporary cards.
I see you've brought guests.
Frozen Over, not bad. I don't think I want to start with Frozen Over. It's too soon,
One
maybe.
dose solves any problem.
Death Scroll, perfect.
Yeah! Yeah!
What is the purpose of the miracle salesman? Okay, it seems that the opponent is loving the idea of a wishing well. Let's get the scarab chain first, and well, we do have locations, but I think for the armor is not important for me, so I'm going to try to find. Maybe we get the mage location is very good to get new spells. Also the rogue location for draw, those are nice. And other than those, maybe we get something cool to do with a random location. So let's see what happens. Opponent with the Kejmite. So, you know what? I do think the opponent may be playing a tourist with perhaps the Ouroboros or maybe the Maestra to get a new hero card. Second Death Growl, maybe not just now.
What's your
Let's
dream
see, Tribal
destination?
Agent gives me... I kind of like the Fairy Tale Forest.
Yeah! Yeah!
Job done.
Let's see, Spectral Cutlass, not expected, but still not unexpected. And the opponent passing through the Cutlass is going to be difficult. Now, I think I'm going to have to knock this guy down, maybe with a goal. Let's soul search him first. What to do here? What's the best course of action? I'm guessing crop rotation cannot be bad. No, none of those cards were the steward, so it doesn't really matter. The opponent is holding 9 cards, so if I frozen over, that could spell trouble, but I do want to find the steward. Lightning Reflexes, that's a buff for the weapon, because that's the only nature spell for Rogue. Pretty predictable. Another one, yes. So now the opponent has a very scary weapon with 9 attack, so we are dead in 3 turns. We are dead. What should we do here? Okay, let's see. We get a 1-cost treasure now. Maybe a healing spell with a draw. That I don't think that buys more time. Now 4 turns for the opponent to kill us with the weapon alone. But of course he also gets to play more cards. Where are you, Clumsy Steward? You are the sole
There's
reason for the deck.
simply nothing I can
Don't
do.
take out my beloved spell. What spell do I have? A Frozen Over, I guess? Or Mining Casualties? Corpsicle. If the opponent plays Corpsicle and then Tess, that could be problematic for the opponent. Do it. Yeah, we burn 2 cards. Punch Pit. Already have 1. I mean,
Too soon.
there's another one in the deck. Okay, we have to keep clearing the opponent. Minions.
My hand.
Cold Miner, I didn't want to see that gone, but is not too important. Let's play Fairy Tale Forest. I have one no-cost keychain scarab and get the pile of bones. Now we have the dead growl and pile of bones. That's kind of the dream play. If I get to find my steward next, I'm going to be very happy with this game. Otherwise, maybe not as happy.
What's your dream
We can also,
destination?
maybe if we find Reska, use the death scroll with Reska as well. The opponent with 10 cards. Is he going to release some cards? Maybe time for Frozen Over now. Uh-oh. Don't. Oh! No. Now we die in next turn.
I must choose soon.
Now Frozen Over not as tempting here. Oh, we are dead next turn. Is there something I can do to save me? 10 cards out. Let's see, first let's knock down this and see if the treasure saves us. That's not it.
You now take Mandible!
5 cost card. It has to be a taunt that the opponent cannot kill. Nope. There's no taunt here. Let's try the building block golem. Maybe we get a random taunt out of this. Come on, taunt. A 1 cost taunt. No, that's not it. Okay, we tried. There was no steward this game. Now the opponent got pretty lucky with the shaman spell. That's kind of a sad situation because that particular shaman spell only discovers nature spells, and rogues do have 1 nature spell. I suppose that if rogues had 0 nature spells, they wouldn't be able to discover rogue cards, and then they would be offered shaman cards. Not sure. Or if the rogues would have many nature cards. Anyways, let's do one more time. I want to see this steward one more time. We didn't get to play the guy that game, so that's what we're going to try to do here. We came to play stewards today against a druid.
A new song begins.
No.
Cold as ice.
Nope. Nobody. Nope. None of them. Let's try to find the steward with the mulligan or something that draws more cards. Crop rotation, Baron, and Reska. Okay. Maybe I coin Baron. We see the opponent playing with the Prince Renetal as well. Because I just draw the Acolyte of Death, I'm not going to use the coin for the Baron. So just... oh, hello! Finally! What if I play this now? I think it just dies. Let me wait. Wait a little bit longer and see what happens. Also, it might cause my own cards to fall apart. The opponent getting mana, also not fun to see, because now if the opponent gets enough mana, then the steward doesn't do much. We can try to assemble some corpses to keep our body reborn. Skeleton crew, the keychain. So I'm tempted with drop rotation and hero power, that it's going to give me enough corpses for the mosh pit. Also reduces the Reska. And also clears the board, which is relevant. So next turn we can Clumsy Steward and give the guy a Reborn and hope for the best. We're going to just maybe make one temporary card for the opponent. Is that what I want to do now? He has the Gorgon's Armor plus the hero power, so the Reborn doesn't do much, to be honest. So maybe first Soul Searching, it spends 5 corpses, but I think it's worth. Hello, Pile of Bones or Flint. Let's get Pile of Bones. And maybe one Scarab here. Your next location costs 2 less. Maybe. Hipster also cool. It's one of these two. Maybe let's get the peon.
Everything needs doing.
Because I haven't played this peon many times. Of course, the panda also interesting because we could maybe find ramp spells from the druid. And that's a big guy.
Job not done.
Okay, let's drop this. I can clear this board now. Let's play the Grim Walker, the Bull, here, here. And if I spend 3 corpses, this guy is going to cost 1 next turn. So I'm going to do that. Also, giving Reborn maybe helps Reska later on. Hey, that's not fair. Your power. Ouch. Hey, guy, don't kill my minions. Aha. I have you now. Pile of Bones actually helps Reska a lot. I could draw a bunch of minions instead of playing the... I can also also play the giant. Okay, let's see. I have 8 cards in hand. I play this and then I have 7. I just need to draw 2 cards. Otherwise I'm going to burn something. Okay. 1 more. And 1 more. And Reska now costless, and just a giant I had to pay 1 mana. That's outrageous. 1 mana for an 8/8. Where it's too expensive for modern Hearthstone. Now let's see if the opponent can solve this situation. He has the cheese from earlier from the Gorgon's Armor. Doesn't like me drawing cards. Here comes the Guardian. Maybe we see there's the cheese. Yeah, this doesn't do much for the opponent. Okay, I have a Reborn Reska. This guy also cool. I think I'm going to play one of these Cobalt Miners, see my treasures, how are they going. Rock, cool, let's rock. Let's see our next treasure. Okay, Deepholm Geode. So now the rock goes to the 4/4. And that's it for the time being. Of course, that geode is a goner. Yeah, no much to think about for the opponent. And now, what's it gonna be, opponent? Another big taunt.
Stop
and
Turtle
smell
and
the
Traveler.
flowers.
Okay, now we can burn. Make. Why? What are you doing this to me, opponent? I want to kill this using the Clumsy Steward. The issue at hand is that this guy may be kind of annoying. What if I give Reska the Reborn?
Find a way.
Sorry, boss.
How do I do this? I want this to die, but I also need to handle this guy too. So it's what to do. Maybe with a treasure.
You now take mandible.
It's not the treasure I needed, so I'm going to have
Take a
to
good look.
try
You ain't
this,
never seen a light again.
and the steward might die.
Very dead or alive.
Okay, we got the one I wanted. So
Take
let's
a
play
good
this
look. You ain't never
and
seen
leave
a light
Reska like that. Can punch one more time. Here we need many corpses in this deck. Okay, let's see. That's temporary. Come on, trade this. Do it. You want to do it. One trigger from the steward. Here comes a swipe. No, no, opponent, that's not what you wanted to do. This card is now temporary. And it's a... what is it? A Greybow, temporary Greybow, of course. Not a very good play. Okay, one of our stewards kind of defeated the Greybow. Let's draw one thing. Scarab Keychain, come on, give me something that lets me draw. I'm going to take it down with the ship and play this, one of the piles, and I want to draw one card with this. The opponent has already spent one swipe, one gift. He may be playing a Reno deck, so I don't think we are going to be seeing more swipes.
Action. Pact. Perfection.
Double Celiacs time.
Pact. Perfection.
Well, okay, pile of bones. The sad news for the opponent is that I get to play a Reska and pass the pile of bones reborn to my Reska. Only thing is, I want to... I don't know, where does Reska appear? Next to the rat or at this spot? Okay, next to the rat. That's
you ain't
okay.
never seen a light again. Very dead or alive.
Hello, thanks for the celiacs, opponent. Where's the other Reska? Nobody knows. No, doesn't matter. We should have had a reborn Reska, but it doesn't really matter. Here, if the opponent Renos, actually it's a favor to us, because now we don't want to resummon this pile of bones, we want to resummon the Reska instead. There's another steward in the deck, which I want to find soon. Two. This. And this I kill with Reska and the Rip What You Saw. Come on, hello Reska, number 2.
Very dead or alive.
Thanks for the taunt, opponent. Let's play the mosh pit. Yeah.
Insignificant.
Lend me your bones.
Do we want to draw one more card? Why not? We want to see the steward. Maybe playing the location wasn't that great of an idea if the opponent finds Reno. Now, I don't know if he can place Reno cost... yeah. A Frost Plague makes Reno cost 10, so it doesn't change the cost. I have 25 corpses. I'm not afraid to use them. But now, the only card I want to see is the Clumsy Steward and things that help me find my frozen ogres. The opponent still has 23 cards left in the deck. But what are you going to do, opponent? He has a random nature spell to play, which may be a weapon buff. That's why he hasn't used it.
Time grows short.
No, the opponent is not happy, I think. Is it a concede? Oh, I wanted to play another steward. No concede point. The Corpsicle, that's kind of a lot of lethal, I see. Going to give the opponent another draw on another turn. Maybe we get to find our Clumsy Steward. Okay, I think the opponent is gone from the game. Where are you? That's not you. Well, that's it, guys. Sadly, we don't got to see much of the steward. Maybe the deck needs some tuning. But what we did have was a lot of fun. Yeah, excavating is one way to do this. There are many other classes and strategies about the guy. For instance, with Demon Hunter, there's a new card from Perils of Paradise that draws 3 cards for you and the opponent. So that's another consideration. In the time being, I'm going to keep thinking about this Death Knight decks and some new decks that I want to try. Until next time, sayonara.